Hey there, language learners! You ever wonder why your sentences in English just sometimes don't sound right? Do you have difficulty with identifying and correcting sentence errors when you are writing or speaking English? If so, I don't want you to worry because you've come to the right YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to let you in on a little secret about certain structures in the English language. If you master these structures, you are going to be able to write and speak effectively and with confidence. Welcome back to another episode of In the Zone English. I am your host, Halmat, and today I'm going to tell you about that secret topic, secret subject that you need to learn about. So what is that subject? Well, it is the 8 common parts of speech. Now, I did mention in the last video that I made that this was a series video, so please make sure, if you want to know why it's so important to learn about the 8 parts of speech, that you go and check out my other video up here about 5 reasons why you as a language learner must know the 8 parts of speech in English. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the 8 parts of speech. The first part of speech that you need to know is noun. Noun. Nouns are words that represent person, place, thing, or idea. They are kind of like the celebrities of sentences. They are the most important part of a sentence because all sentences are about nouns. Take a look at this pen. Pen is a noun because it is a thing. Can you think of any other nouns? How about apple? Apple is also a thing, so it is also a noun. Look at those students over there. Do you see them? Look at those students. Students is a noun as well because it refers to a group of people. Moving on to our second part of speech, the verb. A verb is a word that can tell us the action in the sentence or a condition or a state of the subject of the sentence. Verbs are really important because they can tell us what is happening or who is doing what. Do you see that man running? He runs every day. Run is a verb because it tells us the action that he is doing. Dance is also a verb because it too is an action. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am smiling. I am smiling. Smile or smiling is a verb. Even though my body is not moving physically, it is telling you about my state of emotions. So there are words like this as well that we can learn about in another lesson on the different types of verbs. Next up, we have the third part of speech, which is the adjective. The adjective. An adjective usually describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. It is great to use adjectives when you are adding description to your writing or your sentences. Look at this flower. Look at this flower. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective because it describes the flower. What about tall? Tall is an adjective too. It can describe a person who is very tall or a building that is very high in height or measurement. Look at this cake. This cake is delicious. This cake is delicious. Delicious is an adjective because it tells us how good the cake tastes. Now let's move on to our fourth part of speech, which is the adverb. The adverb. An adverb is a word that can modify a verb usually, but it can also modify an adjective or another adverb. It usually tells us how, when, where, or to what extent something is happening. I like to remember adverb as just that. It adds to the verb. Listen carefully. When I say, I speak loudly, I really mean it. I speak loudly! I speak loudly! Loudly is an adverb because it describes or it tells us what is happening when I speak. It's describing how I speak. Can you think of another adverb? How about quickly? Quickly describes how fast something is happening. When I breathe very deeply. I breathe very deeply. Deeply is an adverb because it's describing how I breathe. Moving on to the fifth part of speech, the pronoun. A pronoun is a word that replaces or takes the place of a noun. We use pronouns to avoid repeating nouns and to make our writing flow smoothly. When I say, I am Halmat, I is a pronoun because it takes the place of my name or it refers to me. I am Halmat. Can you think of any other pronouns? How about they? They can be used to refer to a group of people or more than one person. This is a water bottle. It is used for drinking water. It is used for drinking water. It is the pronoun here. I used it the second time I referred to the water bottle to avoid repeating water bottle. Now let's explore the sixth part of speech, which is prepositions. Prepositions. A preposition shows the relationship between pronoun, a noun, or other words in a sentence. It can give us clues about the location, the direction, and the time of words. The book is on the table. The book is on the table. On is the preposition here because it tells us the relationship between the book and the table. Can you think of any other prepositions? How about under? Under. Under is also a preposition, but it tells us about a different relationship. Now, I want you to imagine yourself walking along the beach. I want you to imagine yourself walking along the beach. Along is a preposition because it tells us the direction in which you are going. Moving on to the seventh part of speech, the conjunction. Conjunctions are words that can help us connect words, phrases, or clauses within a sentence. It is like the glue that holds our sentence together. Oftentimes, sentences that are missing conjunctions where necessary will affect the quality of your writing and the grammatical correctness of your writing. So it's very important to learn how to use your conjunctions. Sometimes we have conflicting desires or wants. I want to go, but I have to finish my work. I want to go, but I have to finish my work. But is the conjunction here. It tells us the contrasting relationship between the first clause and the second clause. Can you think of any other conjunctions? How about or? Or can be used to say that you have options. When it comes to ice cream, I'm not limited to just one flavor. I like both chocolate and vanilla. I like both chocolate and vanilla. Both is the conjunction here because it connects two similar ideas. Finally, we've made it to the last part of speech, which is the interjection. The interjection. An interjection is a word or a phrase that is used to show strong emotion or a sudden reaction. It can be used to add a punch to our sentences, to make our sentences more impactful. Imagine if somebody slapped you. Ouch! That hurt! Ouch! That hurt! Ouch is an interjection because it expresses the emotion, the pain that you felt or I felt slapping myself. Now, can you think of any other interjections? How about, wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. Wow is also an interjection because it describes how amazed or surprised you are by something. Hooray! Hooray! We won the game! We won the game! Imagine if your team won a sports game. You might cheer hooray and say we won the game. Hooray is an interjection that you can use to express how happy you are or to celebrate your win. And there you have it, the 8 parts of speech in English. If you learn the parts of speech, then I guarantee you that you will be able to improve your English, especially when it comes to your writing and speaking and avoiding sentence errors. Now, if you have not watched my other video on why it's important for English language learners to learn the parts of speech, please make sure you do so, and you can expect more videos on specific parts of speech that I will be producing in this series. As always, I want to thank you for watching my videos, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Like and share the video with others so they too can benefit from it, and hit the notification bell so that you can get the latest updates and stay in the zone with me, Halmat, on the In the Zone YouTube channel.